on right now. I started porting this, and then Morel just made it really, really good. So, all props to him for that. It is a Brood War map though. The props to the Brood War map maker, of course.
Yeah, of course. But you know, the transition there's an art in transitioning these maps into the engine as it is. All the new things you can put in.
And also make it have the Brood War feel without using the actual Brood War textures, because actual Brood War textures in StarCraft 2 graphics look horrible. But you can.
Oh yeah.
But you can use like some different SE2 textures to get the same kind of feel, and it's been done very beautifully in this. Anyhow, in the top right corner, playing as the red Protoss, it is the cute, the cuddly, but also dangerous Teddybear. Oh, this map has custom camera. Oh, I need to fix that. Sorry.
On here in the bottom left corner, we have from Millennium, it is LaLush.
I should make a note of all. You know, I'm gonna make a notepad because we're gonna go through a lot of maps today. I'm gonna make a note of all the maps which needs camera fix. We have. I'm sorry, I'm doing this right now, but we have Rose of Dream, and we have
the developer never ends.
Circuit Breaker. Indeed. Okay, so it's noted. So Teddybear with a very early scout, and a pilot that almost blocks his Nexus, but I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, it looks alright. I think this is going to be a regular Nexus first into Forge, or maybe even Gateway. I mean, judging by the last game, Teddybear seems to have quite a good handle on a more aggressive opener, such as that. Man, speaking is difficult.
Indeed, speaking is one of those skills that requires your mouth and coordination with tongue and other things. And it's overratedly difficult. Like, no, it's underratedly difficult.
Yeah, there's a lot of muscle action there. I mean, you can work out at the gym, or you can learn to speak properly, and
Yeah.
both require an equivalent amount of effort.
Indeed, and just the fact that it was so hard for me to say something about how hard it is to talk proves my point exactly.
Exactly, it does. So we got a nice little bit of a probe harassment here. Of course, Teddybear is reminding everybody that probes were absolutely BS in Brood War. And a little bit of the spirit of that seems to have been preserved here in Starbound.
Yeah, their attack speed on workers are generally faster than they are in StarCraft 2, and now they have a little bit more range too, so you can do a little bit of cutesy stuff. And LaLush is not having a lot of fun with that. Meanwhile, he has a hidden drone that he can sneak down here for a gas expansion.
Oh my goodness! Teddybear just cancelled his natural. He accidentally canceled. Oh, I've done this. I've done this before. I know exactly what happened. Okay, so what happened here, most likely, was that Teddybear did what I and probably many other pro players do as well. Once you expand, you add the new Nexus to your hotkey group. And then you make probes. But sometimes, you make too many probes. So you queue them up because you go back to that too quickly. So you cancel some probes. And if you cancel one probe too many, you may end up cancelling a Nexus.
Oh, because you queued up. Yeah, that makes. Oh, that's horrible. So yeah, you should explain this to Teddybear after this game. Meanwhile, LaLush has been able to get his third base up without being scouted, in spite of how much Teddybear's been looking for it. He's been looking in the wrong direction. Now here comes the Zealot again. That may just win him the game. We have a Spine Crawler this time, which may be a lot more effective, and a couple of Zerglings out already. LaLush told me that his plan was to defend the Zealots with the Queen, and he didn't know the Queen didn't have an attack anymore, so that was very unfortunate.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
So this last game that LaLush had did teach him a lot of things, and
nice
he's
micro there,
adapting very well indeed, and he might have a lot better, you know, starting point. I don't know the word for getting this game right.
Absolutely. He's got some Zerglings out on the field now. There's no more map control here for Teddybear. LaLush has just taken it, which is a pretty stark contrast to the last game where Teddybear was in LaLush's base until he died.
Basically, there was like a short moment of, you know, relief where he could breathe, and then he was back in with his cute and cuddly reinforcements.
His fuzzy reinforcements. Quick Twilight Council here for Teddybear, looking like it's going to be a charge lot follow-up once again.
Very nice.
No Stargate this time, though. So, on a map this size, I mean, I think Overlord positioning is going to be a lot harder to do. And actually, we have LaLush not actually having too many Overlords in position, especially not near this third.
No, where are his Overlords? He got a couple hanging out in his natural. And yeah, he needs to spread them Overlords out. He has one heading towards natural of Teddybear, which is nice. Of course, he's gonna make more Overlords as they go by. But is he? He's okay. Very nice. He's actually making his Overlord at the third, which is very nice.
Yeah, that saves a lot of time.
I don't know if that was like planned, but that's how you would basically plan Overlord stuff in Brood War, because you had to select it in individual. Talking is hard, man. Individual hatcheries.
We have a Hydra Den coming up for LaLush. Yeah, I think it's one of those things that, I mean, I think he hasn't used the Overlord spreading tool in like 4 years now, since Wings of Liberty came out, because it's not that necessary. It's nice, it gives you some vision, but they're of course also a liability.
Is there an Overlord spreading tool?
I don't think there is.
Okay.
I would imagine there not to be. That would be pretty crazy, because it's very positional, and that's generally, like, a macro is really good if you can do like a simple thing. But like positioning depends very much on the architecture of the map, so I don't think so.
So he has a very slow floaty ball of gas scouting the main base of Teddybear. That's such a creepy unit, that Overlord. Anyhow, a Dark Templar and 2 Zealots moving out. They still don't know about the third base. They still think LaLush is going to take bases down here. So LaLush has tricked Teddybear really well in his choice of third base, third base. And I think this is a little bit unnerving for Teddybear, because seeing only 2 bases basically mean a ton of Hydras are going to kill you. But instead he's making a lot of slow Zerglings, which won't really do much at this point.
Speed just finished up though, and that's going to give him that much needed nitro injection. A little bit of NOS to get those Zerglings going. The attack for Teddybear now at the front for LaLush. There's an Overlord here, so he will be able to repel that. Most of his army, though, is now near Teddybear's natural. Has confirmed there's no third. Zerglings are coming back again for I don't know exactly what reason.
Well, there, I guess to defend. What's interesting? No, not interesting. It's just a little note there. I saw the movement speed, and it said 5.03. I didn't see the point there for a second, so I was... Anyway. Wow, very nice Zerglings from LaLush here. He picks off that Dragoon right away. He notices the Dark Templars, and yeah, he brings this slow gassy Overlord. And Overlord speed now is so much more crucial than it used to be in Starbow, because the Overseers were a bit faster. You could move around with them without the speed for quite a long time, but right now he needs the speed. He doesn't have Lair, though. So this is I really like, sorry to say this, but I really like slow Overlords detecting, because it does give Teddybear, you know, there's timings back and forward, you know. Okay, you have the timing with the slow Overlords, you can control the map with Dark Templars. Then comes the timing with the fast Overlords. Now Sir can control the map. Then comes the High Templars, where he can storm. Now, you know, it's back and forth like that. It's very dynamic and very cute.
Exactly, very very cool stuff. Teddybear with actually a pretty small army, all things considered, using the DTs to make these Archons now is gonna allow him to take his third. LaLush, being relatively passive, has got a pretty large army, though. But I guess the passiveness, it comes from the fact that he has no detection across the map at all.
No, and he really needs that... Okay, now the lair is complete. Let's see if he gets that speed. That's crucial for making any push work at this point. He doesn't need to get it at the lair, of course. It's a little bit different in Starbow compared to Brood War, but the same. Okay, so he's getting an Overseer, so...
Pneumatized Carapace is on the way.
Okay, there we go. Nice. Oh, one DT is gonna sneak in, actually, and start killing... Oh, he just walked past that Spinecrawler. And... Oh, he doesn't have to move the Overlords. Oh, and he rifts it out. I don't think LaLush knows it, so he's gonna look everywhere for that.
Yeah, he's gonna see it's not there, because he has pretty much complete coverage.
He's gonna be like, where did it go? That rift was actually pretty sick.
It was. That's pretty sick. Like, just send out one DT and then rift it back. I love that.
It's such a simple thing to do too, and it's quite clever. Now, this third base, I'd love to see a Spore calling here, just because of DTs. This Overlord is headed for the 4th, but this... sorry, 5th and 4th, I mean, not 3rd. Well, bleh, you know what I mean.
LaLush is getting a lot of bases. Teddybear, by the way, has really cannoned up this third base he has, and now we have LaLush in a position to be a little bit aggressive. Some Zealots coming in here. Zerglings and Hydras are going to be able to pick off quite a few, but I don't know if LaLush can keep on pushing. This is a very narrow choke spot, and there's Storm on the way.
He has to be so careful for those Storms. Keep moving them, Hydras, keep microing. Oh, and Archon's picking off the... that Overseer is fast. That's the...
Holy cow, that's a Racer Lord.
It is, and it doesn't detect, but when you have speed, it's a scout, and that's the point of it. And it has very little HP too, so it's really easy to pick off. So you got to be careful with it. Yeah,
nice Hydra spread here from LaLush. A single Storm lands, doesn't clip too many of those, and I think Teddybear has to pull back. This is way too little of an army from Protoss to really stand up against this giant amount of Hydras and Zerglings.
The Overseer is there.
Meow. It should be making race car noises, honestly.
Yes. That would add to the comical... That would add to the seriousness of it all. So we have... No, but he really shouldn't use this Overseer in his army. He should send it out to scout, and he should use the Parasite to keep track of the army. That's the point of it.
Teddybear is actually gonna attack through this blind angle here on the right side of the map. He's gonna get some swipes in on this, what is it, 5th base?
Something
the
like
drones
that.
are actually getting transferred, and they are gonna get mauled.
That Archon with 10 kills already, maybe had some already, but that was a lot of workers dead, and yeah, that's 10 kills exactly for workers. LaLush setting up another base, spreading himself out, so is Teddybear. We're getting up to a macro game now, and the fact that LaLush can go into a macro game just says that he has learned something, but there is a drop. There's going to be Hydras in the natural of Teddybear. Now, he doesn't want to do this while Teddybear has his army at home. He wants to do this when he's out in a bit. So let's see if...
Oh, he's got another drop. He's got a drop that's going to come in and head to this 4th base, and he has, of course, the Overlords in near the natural, so he can actually drop in 2 locations, and that's going to force a split up from Teddybear.
Very nice. So he's waiting with this one drop, so that he can split up the units. Does he have... He has lurkers in this drop. I love it. Drops need lurkers.
Yeah, always. There's just something really gleeful about saying lurker drop.
It is. Oh, and the cannon did see one Overlord. Teddybear did not react.
I don't think he saw it. I think it's just the cannon that did.
Oh, and he's moving out with his main army at the same time too. So Teddybear is gonna have to go home. Oh, he's actually not dropping on this base. He could just send one lurker there. No, he's going for this base with the probes instead. He's got his natural covered now. And meanwhile, a DT is killing another base of LaLush.
There's the drop in the natural actually already went down.
Oh, that storm is good. Oh, okay, the lurker's alive. He needs to burrow. No! And then he needs to drop in the main.
Oh man, these players are making it really hard on us observers to keep track of everything. There was a drop in the natural in the 3rd. There was a DT at the 4th that LaLush is defending now. It's
LaLush must burrow lurkers at... Oh, there we go! And he's gonna kill so many workers. Look at that. LaLush with a very nice harassment-based play here. And forcing Teddybear to stay at home and to be everywhere at the same time, really. And there's still Hydras in the natural. They could actually try and snipe the Nexus.
And there's still 2 lurkers at the 3rd as well.
They have a lot of kills between them. We have 32 workers killed for LaLush now. One very nice storm. One storm won't kill a lurker though. He's gonna need another storm for that.
Yeah, and he has got cannons, and they actually see the lurkers. So it's not like he doesn't know. He just hasn't been able to kill them. Zealous coming in here, single file, and that's actually gonna hurt a lot of them, but it will be enough to clear out that lurker. Hydras in the natural have also been cleaned up, and now LaLush is at the front with a lot of Hydras.
And some lurkers too. There's more lurkers morphing in the back that could come in. He's trying to swing some lurkers into the mineral line again, but he wants to stay away from those cannons. That observer is in face mode, so it doesn't... You have to target it to kill it if he even sees it, but that's not as relevant as all these lurkers and Hydras pushing into the base of Teddybear.
Good positioning there for LaLush's lurker. Wants to control these ramps as they get to do a lot of damage in that particular spot here. Oh, that's a lot of good lurker shots there. Teddybear not wanting to be in that position. LaLush is going to start moving in here, and this is going to be, I think, where the army is going to be wanting to fight. A lot of storms going down.
A lot of storms, but a lot of overlapping storms, so I think he wasted more energy than he spent decently there, but he did, you know, make sure there was nothing going to be moving across that bridge at that moment. A lot of spread out lurkers, but they need the support of the Hydras and the Zerglings in order... Oh, wow! One lurker killing 3 Zealots in one swipe.
Oh, man, and a Templar falls, and another Templar falls.
These lurkers are doing so much damage!
Fantastic positioning by LaLush, and more army just gets wrecked by these lurkers, and now the reinforcements are coming in here. At the same time, this new 4th base is getting destroyed as well, and it looks like LaLush has finally gotten the upper hand. His forces are in the middle, they're at the 4th, and Teddybear is basically out of economy. He's just got 26 workers in the main and in this 3rd base, and that's about it.
He warped in these zealots from the warp prisms. That was kind of nice, and actually kills up one base. It's a small victory for Teddybear, but he's been gutted out in so many places, in so many of his bases, and his income right now is not that great.
No, it's not. Actually, Teddybear's not mining any gas at all. He's just mining a lot of minerals. Some units getting killed up here in this space between the natural and the 3rd, but a lot more Zerglings coming in here. Is this going to be enough cannons to hold off? I don't think it will, Siphius.
No, and Teddybear's not even chronoing them, which I'm not gonna comment too much on that, but he's not chronoing them.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, well, he's
here.
Might. No. Well,
this just looks like it's over. There's Hydras here. The probes are being pulled. Teddybear is gonna lose his last forward mining base. That main base is actually there's 2 lurkers in it. And there we go. GG.
Very well played from LaLush there. Let's see if we actually switch the screen.